Good morning. 25 seconds. 25. We'll get rolling. Guys, 10 seconds. Roll it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw it out, guys. Coach Jim here. Tower 26. Half Ironman prep ride. This one's not going to beat you up too much. Get those muscles firing. It's a great race week ride. If you're not racing, no worries. Still going to get a great workout in. But we're going to work a lot of different skills, a lot of different efforts. New studio today. Under construction. Where's Middleton? He should be here right now working on it. See, a lot bigger area. Not just wedged into a tiny garage. Got some room to work, but need to fill this space right here. Got my Nina Hoffman original right there. And a good old standby Welby. So we got 5 minutes easy, guys. Let the legs loosen up. We have our virtual race coming up this weekend for most of us. Half Ironman, 40K. Options: swim Friday, ride Saturday, run Sunday. Dress rehearsal. Pacing, nutrition, wear your gear that you're gonna wear in real race day. Make it really feel like you're towing the line at an in-person event. Even if you're doing Ironman St. George, I want you doing the half Ironman virtual race this weekend in order to get prepped, practice all your pacing, nutrition, like I said. Texas, Ironman Texas, I'd say skip the virtual race and get your volume in. At Oceanside, Galveston 70.3. Do it, guys. Get everything down so the first time you toe the line on April 2nd, you have a feel for what it's going to be like. Work your nutrition. Felt what it's like to race in your kit for 56 miles on the bike, 13 miles on the run. So it's a great opportunity to practice. This one's a good race week ride for those of you guys throughout the season, in your taper weeks, because you work your race pacing, you work with a lot of different cadence efforts. Hit some high-end, shorter efforts just to sharpen up the legs. So we kind of hit all the spectrum of skills throughout the course of this ride. So just because it's a 56 TSS doesn't mean we're not going to get some work. Am I right, Artie? Yeah, here you go, buddy. So start off right away, nice and light on those pedals. Float those knees up as you drive the knee down. Nice and light touch between the foot, the sole, footbed, and your foot. You're not jamming down every time you drive that knee down. The foot still has a light touch in that insole. Everyone will be stomping those pedals. Set the tone now as to how you're going to pedal the rest of the session. Make sure those knees are straight up and down. If you're on your TT bike, work in and out of that TT position. See how the side view looks. All right, it's all right. I'll lighten it up a little bit. All right, good crew today. You guys are ready to let it rip. Connor's got his Mr. Miyagi headband on. Love it. Kuno's over there making presentations while she's riding. Kuno, I need you here right now. All right, 15 seconds. Let's get into a 30-second pickup. 85%. 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Pick it up. Drive your knees with a little more power. Cadence 80 to 90. Nothing crazy. Lower legs relaxed. Relax your calf. Just breathe nice and deep. Warm up those lungs. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. All right, so we're gonna climb the ladder a little bit here. 85 for 30, 90 for 30, 95 for 30. Finish up the threshold for 30, take a little break. Then we'll get into the main set. Each round, let's increase our cadence. So lighten up those pedals. Drive the knees with a little more power. 90 to 100 and 2, 1. Bring that cadence up. %, effort. Relax those hip flexors, guys. Any tension crept in? Float those knees up. 3, 2, 1. Spin it out. Talked to a lot of athletes lately who are turning ERG off during these rides, so they get a feel for what it's like to maintain the wattage on their own. Three, 2, 1. Bring up the 95% cadence, 100 to 110. Come on, guys. Drive the knee down, float it up. Good. Dancing on those pedals. Two, 1, back it down. 1 to go. Release that ankle. Slowly bringing the heart rate up. Three, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. 110 to 120. Come on. Float the knee up, drive the knee down. Three, 2, good. All right. 3.5 minutes, nice and easy. In the main set, the first part of the main set is 2 by 5 minutes. High cadence. So every minute, we're going to change up the cadence. 90 to 100 for a minute, 100 to 110 for a minute. Only at 70% effort. So it's not too hard. The focus is staying light on the pedals, making sure you're never stomping. Pam, connection failure is your Wi-Fi. That's it. Not Bluetooth, nothing else. It's your Wi-Fi. You still should be moving. So for the weekend, I'm going to send out an email today with all the links. All the links are also in your Training Peaks calendar. But I also send out an email that shows you where to go, sign up. Here, I've never done this before. Check this out. Technology. So here's your training. Here's a lot of your guys' Training Peaks calendar, your program guys. Click on virtual race series, bring it up, scroll down. Here's all the links you need. And here's the links for the weekend. Riding, running, and Zwift, if you're gonna do that. So it's all in the event on Saturday. All those links. Got it, Rick? Comprende? Daylight savings time, Saturday night to Sunday. Zwift England can't get their mind around daylight savings time. So trying to make sure the times are right, but pay attention to the email. I'll have the times in there. So like I said, here in the next 2 by 5 minutes with 2 minutes break in between each, we're gonna start a cadence 90 to 100. And we're gonna go 100 to 110. Bounce back and forth every minute. Smooth, efficient, relaxed pedaling. Fluid. Watch the best athletes in the world, no matter their sport, they're fluid or whatever they're doing. Michael Jordan in basketball, Wayne Gretzky in ice hockey. Jan Frodeno in triathlon. Never stomping, they're never antsy. Fluid, relaxed, efficient, saving energy every step of the way. So when they really got to kick it in, they have it there to dig into. All right, here we go. 70% in 3, 2, 1. Drive your knees. Like I said, a light touch between your foot and the insole of your shoe. And find that 90 to 100 cadence. Move in and out of that TT position. Those hip flexors relaxed. Pay attention to your left leg. Drive the knee down, float the knee up and forward. And visualize the pedal being attached to the knee. Lower leg isn't even there. All right, 5 seconds. Let's up it. 100 to 110. 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, guys. Right side. Drive the knee down. Float the knee up and forward. Pedal is attached to the knee. Release your ankle. I see some tight ankles on the Zoom, guys. Release that ankle. Let the foot move as it should. If you have any tension in that ankle, you're pushing the foot in the direction it's not meant to move. It's going to give you ankle, knee, plantar issues. Cadence back down, 90 to 102. 1, slightly slow your feet. Yeah, your foot's locked into the cleat. You still have a little float in that cleat. that allows you to move that foot slightly and allow the ankle to move as it should. Don't just want to lock in the one position with that tense ankle. All right, here we go. Pick the cadence up again, 100 to 110. Float those knees up. Help you get some RPMs. 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Good. So you're in that 100 to 110 range. No problem. The longer you stay here, the longer your body loosens up and relaxes into it. Your body finds those pathways and allows you to feel more and more comfortable at the efficient cadence here. But if you just gave up on it because you're only at 85, oh, I'm never going to get there. You're never going to gain that efficiency. Back 90 to 100 and 2, 1. Slow your feet slightly. Keeping that same relaxation. It seemed pretty easy. 70% is Ironman race pace. So it's well below what you'd be holding this weekend if you're doing the half Ironman, and way below what you'd be holding for an Olympic distance. We're just focusing that smooth, efficient pedal stroke. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. 2 minutes easy. So we have an Ironman champion from the weekend, Ironman Philippines. Peter Lucas won Ironman Philippines on Sunday. Amazing stuff. It was 95 degrees Fahrenheit, George, Fahrenheit. And I think it was 95% humidity. Winds, 15, 20 mile an hour winds as the day went on. Pretty amazing stuff, but just going over his results yesterday with him. The guy stuck to his race. He didn't worry about what else was going on. He stuck to his race. He walked every aid station. Ran a 3:30. But he knew in those conditions, that's what he had to do. And he never got antsy and said, oh, I got to put more time into my competition. I got to run through these. He never got hasty. He stayed mindful the whole way through. He kept his power right where it should have been because he did the work leading into it week after week, month after month, year after year. Kept that power and heart rate in alignment the entire way through. Now it helps that he lives in humidity in the Philippines, so he's adapted to it. But because he did the work, that heart rate stayed coupled to his power for 112 miles, 180K, George. Got off the bike. He said he felt like crap for a couple kilometers, stayed with it, stuck to his plan. All right, guys, next 5-minute effort. We're going to take it out 100 to 110 cadence in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. 70% once again. You don't have cadence on your bike. Count your right knee. Count your right knee every time it pops up. Starting 2 now. Stop. Multiply that by 6. That's your cadence. Should be in that 100 to 110 range. Keep those hips relaxed. No tension in those hip flexors. In 10 seconds, we're gonna up our cadence 110 to 120. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Stay grounded in the saddle. Weight stays back. No bouncing. This is where you got to make sure those knees are straight up and down. Don't let them knock in towards the top tube. Those knees are knocking in at this cadence. You're going to feel those tight adductors really quick. Let's back it down 100 to 110 in 3, 2, 1. Slow your feet slightly. Remember, you stick with it. Your body finds those pathways, but you got to stick with it. Let's work, Kyle. See those legs moving. Let's focus on floating those knees up in the back of the pedal stroke. Relaxing those hip flexors. And then as they float up, think about them floating forward. Up and forward. As you unweight those feet. Let's bring it up 110 to 120 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, light foot, light pressure in the feet. You're not stomping the pedals. Barely feel that insole with the bottom of your foot. Good. I see no bouncing, guys. You guys looking great. Weight is back in the saddle. Stabilize using that saddle as your platform. Back it down 100 to 110. 2, 1. Take the gas off slightly. Keeping it in the 100s. As that ankle's relaxed, it's allowing you to fluidly move that foot around. Let's think about dropping your heel. Every time you come down, float the knee through, drop the heel. Finish it off right here. Keep that cadence up. Three, 2, 1. 2 minutes, nice and easy. Spin it out, slow those feet. Emily, that person just asked if there's a workout as a cadence assigned. We have a new Zwifter here, guys. Let's welcome her by ridiculing her. All right, so we're gonna get into some 1-minute pickups, get some more torque into those legs. Start at 90% for a minute, minute on, minute off. 90% for a minute, 95. Finishing at threshold. Start the cadence at 70 to 80. Every 20 seconds, we're going to increase the cadence. 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. No one's pointing their toes. Keep the weight on the back of your shoe. Now let's feel that resistance kick in at 90% effort, 10 seconds. Cadence 70 to 80. Focus on that knee drive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Keep the pedaling on that lower end. Give you room to grow over the course of the minute. Slow those feet. Bring the cadence up 80 to 90. Come on. And last 20, 90 to 100. Let's go again. Bring it up. Make sure you're feeling the stress in the posterior chain. Nothing's moving into those quadriceps, knees, shins. 3, 2, 1. Posterior chain, guys. It's all the back. Glutes, hamstrings, supporting muscles, calves. Not that we want to use those that much, but we're better off using these big meaty calves than the shin muscles, anterior tibialis, posterior tibialis, all these muscles at the front of your leg. So keep it in the posterior chain by keeping that weight back, driving your heels down. You're gonna up it to 95%, same cadence pattern. $70 to $80 to start. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep the cadence low, 95%. Feel that power kick in. Bring it up, 80 to 90. Race pace cadence, come on. A little more knee drive, a little more floating that knee up. Weight stays back. And let's get on the pedals, 90 to 100. Go. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. Last one of these, we're gonna finish up with threshold. Same cadence. You should know what it feels like for tension to build in that lower leg. and know what to do to combat it. So be mindful, be patient, stay efficient. All right, same cadence coming up. 70 to 80 to start. Gonna be at our threshold effort for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. Cadence low. Just because the cadence low doesn't mean you tense up. Cadence up, 80 to 90. Let's go. Wiggle your toes. And cadence 90 to 100. Come on. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. 3 minutes easy. All right, we're gonna go with 2 by 10 minutes around your race pace that you're gonna try and hold for the weekend. You're doing the half Ironman. You're doing the Olympic distance, you can hit the up arrow 5 times. Go to 85%. If you're half Ironman distance, you wanna hold in that 80 to 85% range. Olympic distance, you wanna hold 85 to 90% on the bike. Remember guys, we're not looking at it as a standalone time trial. I know because you're not running off the bike on Saturday, you have a little more leeway to go harder, but that's not the point of this event. We all know I'm gonna win, so it's not even worth trying to outrace me. Yeah, George, you know it. I want you practicing the way you're gonna execute on race day. So stick to your numbers. Stick to that 80 to 85% range. You feel like you're not as fit as you should be, 75 to 80% even on a half Ironman is fine. But I want you executing within your means. Don't just put your head down and pin it and then fall off the bike at the end. Visualize yourself running a half marathon off the bike. So on the next 10-minute effort at this race pace, we're gonna go 70 to 80 for a minute, 80 to 90 for a minute. Bounce back and forth, cadence-wise. What did I say, Doug? Come on, it's been a long weekend. Only one getting off in an hour today. Actually, I got a few people that are allowed to get off an hour. Rick, he came over to help me move. And Audra and Michael gave me a ton of boxes. So you guys can get off in an hour. Everybody else who didn't give me a hand has got to stay on for the second hour, where we're going to do Madeline Circuit. You guys haven't done Madeline Circuit ride yet. It's a doozy. All right, 80% in 2, 1, Katie, 70 to 80. Keep that cadence low. Really get that engagement. Feel those glutes fire, drop your heel. Every pedal stroke, focus on that left heel. Because the ankle's relaxed, it allows it to get into that heel down position right over the top. I want everybody to throw a ton of tension into their left foot. Pedal at a right angle for a few pedal strokes. Really tense up your ankle. Now relax your ankle and pedal as you should. Driving the knee. Notice the difference in efficiency. Up our cadence 80 to 90 in 2, 1. Let's go, guys. More race pace cadence like. Now do the same thing with the right ankle. Really tense it up. Pedal with your foot at a right angle. Now loosen your ankle, wiggle your toes, relax your ankle, and feel the efficiency kick in. Slow our feet, 70 to 80, 2, 1. Slow your feet. You just can't get your weight on the back of your shoe as you pedal, especially this lower cadence. You can't feel your glutes work. We might want to move your cleats back on your shoe. Those cleats are too far forward. You're putting too much stress on the front of the foot. Leaning too much into the pedals. It's like you're leaning forward as you ride, forcing you to engage those smaller muscles. So make sure those cleats are all the way back in your shoe. It's up our cadence, 80 to 90, race pace cadence. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. A little more knee drive. So on your left side, focus on floating your knee up, forward and down. Left side focus, count it out for 30 pedal strokes. Left side, go. Good, slow your feet, 70 to 80 in 3, 2, 1, slow your feet. Now focus on the right side for 30. Float the knee up, float it forward, drive it down, go. Good. Now up our cadence, 80 to 90. Very light grip on your bars. 3, 2, 1. Add some foot speed. Add some knee drive, I should say, which leads the foot speed. This is the cadence you're going to want to target this weekend. So visualize it, put yourself there. Let's think about pulling those heels under the bottom of the pedal stroke, scooping those heels under. Heel comes to the back of your shoe as you scoop that heel under. Cadence 70 to 80 in 3, 2, 1. Slow your feet. Think about that left heel scooping under with 30 pedal strokes. Count it out, go. Kimmy, slow your feet. Our cadence is 70 to 80, Kim. Susan, slow your feet. Good job, Keith. Audra, nice. Hammy, looking good. Maureen, good. Beth, looking strong. Kuno, nice. Good job, guys. Let's bring the cadence up, 80 to 90. Think about that left foot. Scooping, right foot, I'm sorry. Scooping under, right foot. Scoop under. Pedal stroke for 30. 2, 1, go. Cadence 80 to 90. The remaining 20 seconds here. Think about those heels pulling under, left heel, right heel. Until we slow our feet again. Slow your feet, 70 to 80. Let's go. Slow your feet, slow your feet. Now bring your toes through the top of the pedal stroke as that knee floats forward. Left foot, left toes, left knee. 30 pedal strokes, count it out, go. Move over to the right side, same thing. Drive the toes through the top, float that knee forward. 30 pedal strokes. Let's bring our cadence up, 80 to 90. Count it out, go. Race pace cadence. Drive those toes through the top. Good. For remaining 30, think about left foot, right foot coming through the top. Left knee, right knee floating forward. Three, 2, 1, and spin it out. 3 minutes easy. So this past weekend, a lot of you guys did the crisscross run again, depending on what you have coming up. If anything, distance varied and intensity varied. But those 6 minutes at one pace, 6 minutes at another pace, every bit of feedback I get is how much you guys love that run because it goes by like that. You're just focused on 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. And that's how I need you guys racing. 1 mile, 1 mile, 1 mile. Never looking beyond that mile. That's why it's nice to change up your pacing a little bit, because you have something to focus on for that present moment, as opposed to just being like, oh, I'm gonna go run 13 miles at 9-minute pace. Same thing on the bike. By counting your pedal strokes, taking it 5 kilometers at a time, not thinking about anything else but that present 5 kilometers. And within those 5Ks, you think about those, counting those pedal strokes, keeps you present and focused. Before you know it, 56 miles, it's gone. I was talking to Bill yesterday, also talking about counting strokes. We did the swim in the, a lot of us did the swim in the pool, our local athletes, subscription athletes, where you go 150, a 150 at 80%, a 50 at max effort, and you alternate back and forth for 1,000. Keeping you present in that current effort. And before you know it, 1,000 has gone by. So Bill's like, oh man, I'm gonna do that on race day. I'm just gonna vary my effort, 150 strokes at 80%, 50 strokes at 90%. And the difference in speed is minimal, but it's just something to focus on to keep present. So in this 10-minute effort coming up, once again, we're gonna focus on the cadence. And then within each minute, we're gonna focus on the little things, counting those pedal strokes. Counting those pedal strokes. So 10 minutes again at your race pace efforts. You wanna play around with that up arrow. You can dance around in that 80 to 85% range, which will break it down even further. I'm gonna go to a minute at 80%, a minute at 81, a minute at 82. Just wanna stay focused and present. 70 to 80 cadence, 80%. 2, 1, let's go guys. Work in and out of your arrow position. Maybe you're holding arrow for a minute and you're sitting up for a minute. Cadence is 70 to 80. Now we're gonna think about kicking our left toes through the top, pulling our right heel under, working together, top and bottom. Left toes through, right heel under. Get a feel for it. Let's bring our cadence up 80 to 90. In 3, 2, 1. So count it out. Left toes through the top, pull the right heel under for 30 pedal strokes. Go. Good. Move over to the other side. Right toes through the top. Pull your left heel under. Get a feel for it. Cadence 70 to 80 in 2, 1. Slow your feet. Count it out. Right toes through the top. Pull your left heel under for 30. Go. Good. Check in on your feet. How your feet, are they tensed up? Wiggle your toes. Relax your ankle. Go back up, 80 to 90. 3, 2, 1. Bring up that cadence. Now drive your left heel down, float your right knee up. Drive your left knee down, float your right knee up. Count it out for 30 pedal strokes. Left knee down, right knee up. Go. Good. Slow our feet again in 5, 3, 2, 1. Drive your right knee down, float your left knee up. Count it out for 30. Right knee down, left knee up. Go. Good. Keep that cadence 70 to 80. Push over the top, bring it 80 to 90, coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Come on, bring your cadence up. All right, think about that full pedal stroke on the left leg. Float the knee up, float the knee forward, drive the knee down, scoop the heel under. Left leg focus. Cadence 80 to 90. Count it out for 40 pedal strokes. Left leg, go. Slow your feet in 2, 1, 70 to 80. All right, think about your right leg. Float the knee up, float the knee forward, drive the knee down, scoop the heel under. 40 pedal strokes, cadence 70 to 80. Go. Five seconds, bring that cadence up. Let's drive your knees. Come on, 2, 1, let's go. It's like you're pushing over the top of a hill. Focus on that knee drive. So combine it all, left leg, right leg, full pedal stroke. If you feel any area of your pedal stroke is lacking, I want you to focus on that area. Count 40 pedal strokes in that area. Really dial into it. Bring the cadence down, 70 to 80 again. 3, 2, 1. Slow your feet. Stay focused, guys. Stay present. Just because there's 2 minutes left doesn't mean you lose your focus. Big deep breaths. Shake out that upper body. Release any tension. Good neutral spine. Big, deep, full, complete breaths. Breathe it in, breathe it all out. Exhale it all out. Cadence 80 to 90 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Drive your knees. Keep your hips relaxed. Remember, you got to run off the bike. Those hips have to be fluid and tension free. Get off the bike after 2+ hours of riding. Some 3+ hours. Those hips have been tense for that long. You get off and you're going to be running around like Lewis the gorilla. Completely closed off hips. Asking for injury. Keep them loose. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and spin it out. 2 minutes easy. Going to finish with a couple pickups at 110%. Stay nice and relaxed the whole way through. Here, I'm going to do something again. Look at Lewis's hips. Yeah. Look at his hips, how closed those hips are. You don't want to get off the bike and look like Lewis. His hips closed off here. Got to get off the bike, keep those hips relaxed. So those hips can be pushed forward to maximize that glute engagement. You run around with closed hips like Lewis. Shortening those hip flexors, disengaging your glutes. You're going to have some problems, both from a speed standpoint and an injury standpoint. So as we hit these 1-minute pickups, we're going to focus on floating those knees up, relaxing those hip flexors. 110%. Going to increase cadence every 20 seconds, starting at 70 to 80. Sole focus is floating those knees up, relaxing your hips. From a technique standpoint, 5, 3, 2, 1. 110%, cadence 70 to 80. Float those knees up. Float them up, guys. Bring your cadence up, 80 to 90. Let's go. And 90 to 100. Keep floating those knees up. Come on. Bring it up, guys. Three, two, one, and spin it out. 1 minute easy. All right, no ugly riding in this last minute. You're not just grunting through it. JP, keep it pretty. Keep floating those knees up. Every single pedal stroke. Five seconds. Here we go. 110%. Cadence 70 to 80. 2, 1. Let's go. Slow your feet. Still very light contact between your foot and your insole. Float those knees up. Cadence 80 to 90. Let's go. And 90 to 100. Let's go. Come on. Keep that upper body relaxed. Big deep breaths. Tension-free hips. 3, 2, 1, and spin it out. Let's work, guys. Good sharpening up session. Thursday, we'll do another one. Make sure you go in the weekend ready to rip. So we have our 2 p.m. call today. We have Ironman champion Peter on to talk about his race over in the Philippines. Gonna have physical therapist Kathleen O'Neill on from Evolution PT. Give some great tips. Answer any question you guys might have. But she's an endurance sport focused physical therapist. So come with some questions. Come with a notepad. She's gonna give some good tips. I mean, obviously not better than the tips that I give, but still, there's some tips. So that's 2 p.m. today, Pacific time. The link is in your Training Peaks calendar. If you guys can't join, I'll put the recorded version up by 3:30 Pacific time. So join us. Amazing work, guys. A lot of quality this week. It's maybe not the volume you used to see in the last 2 weeks. Not publicly. Pam asked to be on YouTube publicly. No. Only our family gets info, gets these nuggets. You gotta go to your Training Peaks calendar to find the link after we record it. But go get recovered. Let's get the quality out of the week. We'll see you guys at 2 p.m. And we're back on the bike Thursday. Amazing work, guys. Go get recovered. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye. See you at 2.